Lockhart got a great start in that first moto with the Royal Distributing Hole shot. I was just talking, he's like, Galdi, I just got to find a little bit of speed and I'm going to get on the podium. So keep an eye on number 6. If he gets on the podium in hometown, this place is going to go nuts.
40 riders on the gate. 30 board going to 5. The intensity is way up. Let's have a look at them. Let's just let them come into frame here, Brian. Let's see this one happen. Oh, salty dog. Ryan Lockhart with another Royal Distributing Hole. Yeah, Jay Burkhoff in the rhubarb, and a couple more riders down as we get back to our leaders. Have a look at Colton Fasciotti on the gas on the outside, looking for that cherry line. Does he have the lead, Brian? You better believe it.
Long way around is the fast way around. Good cautious coming in, picking his ruts. Ryan takes the inside one. Check out Carpenter. He is riding possessed right now. He wants second. He can taste it.
Carpenter finished 3rd in the first moto, so you know he wants to get up onto the podium again, and he's so fast in the second moto. Salty carrying speed on the outside. I like the way he's riding in this second moto.
Carpenter using a lot of clutch there, kind of double clutching with 2 dabs. Loses a little bit on Lockhart, but I like the way they split their tracks, one to the left, one to the right, opens up the track a bit.
You see John Sebastian Waugh, number 2, moving up into this package. We got 3 bikes looking for second place. This track is slippery though, Brian. John Sebastian Waugh always talks about how slick it is.
Yeah, that's true. And those shiny parts are the real slippery parts. They do bring in lots of good dirt. There is some good traction to be found. Green flag means the race is on. Carpenter takes a peep up the inside through the mechanics area. Traps doesn't get him, and look at his head ducking for that punishing Moncton Roost.
Remember, that part of the track is new this year. They used to chicane through. Now they come back into the GP section, and look at the traction. The riders are able to get Carpenter on the outside. The Pirellis are hooking up large.
Are they ever? Waugh's got the Michelins. They're hooking up. This is a great 3-way battle for second. There goes Waugh around the outside of Lockhart in the braking zone. And look how close he is to Carpenter for second.
Brian, the thing about Canadian tracks is they're a lot tighter than tracks you see in the US or the GP, so riders have to ride them a little differently. They're not as fast and as wide open.
That's true. This is one of the faster tracks with the changes, but there is a lot more kind of slower turns where the riders have to really use their body English and technique and find those inside crisscross lines. Now, Paul Carpenter's teammate, 102, Jeff Gibson, on a tear after a dismal start, just made a great pass for 10th on local boy, and that is Kyle Elliott right here from Brookfield, Nova Scotia.
The same town as Mitch Cook as we get back to that package for the lead. Looks like John Sebastian Waugh moving up. Oh my goodness, look at Homans, a tall, lanky man. On the pipe goes by Lockhart and moves into 5th place.
See Homans, yeah, just getting the power down. And right there, you can see the rider's techniques, forcing the outside foot peg down to make that back tire bite for traction, putting the weight back to bite for traction, and get the front end light through there. What a terrific display of athleticism and technique out here, Travs.
Number 102, Jeff Gibson on the move as he gets by Dubé. Those 2 guys are battling for 2nd place right now, Brian. So you know that one's hot. To our leader, number 10, Colton Fasciotti. Look at him go. Oh my goodness, Carpenter's made it all up on him on the inside.
Wow, there's a race big time. Oh, Greg Davenport's got troubles. He's looking down at his back tire. Could be a possible flat right there. Didn't quite know for sure. He's their MX2 West rider riding on the big bike in the east.
Colton Fasciotti, oh, look at Carpenter on the outside. I was just about to talk about Fasciotti's defense, and then Carpenter comes right into frame, oh, and steals that inside line and takes the lead. What a pass for Paulie Carpenter.
Wow, that was spectacular. That was experience right there. Now, Colton looks on the inside. That rut, really difficult that Colton chose. I knew he wasn't going to make it up there, but that 450 Yamaha's got a lot of motor. Colt is not dead yet. Look at him. He's still looking. This is turning into a great race.
Paul Carpenter's made up a lot of ground on Fasciotti because he had the lead early, but finding lines, knowing where to pick up speed, that's what makes the difference.
Barnes, number 12, coming back from a big injury from round 1. He is swapping down that straight. Now, the KTM, the only bike out here, Travis, that has a linkage-less rear suspension. So, no link at all, just short swing arm. And now, Waugh has made up some ground. He fell back a bit. Now he's got his mojo again, Travis. He's catching up to his teammate. Carpenter has pulled a bit of a gap on Colton.
What a great battle we have. Oh, no! Waugh has slid out. He stalled the bike, Brian. Blair Morgan just went by him. That's third place, so now he's sitting in fourth. Let's see if he can get that motor running and get back in this race.
When these four strokes are hot, they're so hard to fire up. There is an absolute method and technique to get them going. But in the heat of battle, the riders sometimes mess that up, and then those things get next to impossible to start. Lockhart in sixth, looking good, but oh no! Machine Racing's Chuck Mesley down. He looks hurt. He's not moving right now, Travis.
Off to the side of the track, trying to get his bike out of the fence, and Carpenter's pointing down at his tire. He's got some issues as we get back to Blair Morgan in third place. Things are going all over the place. Oh my goodness, John Sebastian has made it all up on Morgan as they go out to that second tree section.
Morgan looking really strong this season on the Yamaha, and there's Fasciotti past Carpenter. Carpenter signaled by the mechanics here, pointing down, and look at his bike skittering a definite flat rear tire. And Travis, this track notorious for flat tires.
The B-52 bomber Brady Scherer with some issues in the pits as we see Julian Cerny scoot by. Number 10, Colt Fasciotti picks up that gift from Carpenter and takes over the lead. Let's fall back to Paulie. There he is right there. You're right, Brian. He is all over the track and not tripling through the grandstand triple.
So difficult to ride with a flat tire. This stage of the race, I think he's just going to soldier through. There's no point changing it. Here's the battle for third. Look at Blair Morgan, and we've seen great battles over the years between these two fine riders.
Shades of days gone by, Brian. Morgan and Waugh, Morgan and Waugh. Here they go into the Euro section. Waugh on the inside, Blair hanging it on the outside. Let's see who's got the cool yanks coming into the GPs.
Oh, Waugh cuts, feigns left, cuts right. Blair tries to block him. Waugh has the advantage right now as they drag race into the braking zone into the fourth. Oh, a bit of head shake for Blair Morgan as he settles for third right now, but he's not going to give up. He gets it, takes a peek on the inside. That's what I like about these riders. They never give up.
Get out of town. Chuck Mesley finally up. That is a good sight to see with the Lockhart crew and a bunch of other locals hanging around, checking out to make sure Chucky's okay. Here comes Colton Fasciotti in the lead right now, getting his last lap flag. Good sign for him. You know he's going to like that. Number 2, John Sebastian Waugh in third place. Blair Morgan in fourth.
Great racing out here. This is a huge jump. Look at the distance there. And that's the jump that Fasciotti broke his collarbone on last year in the MX1 practice.
You can see the way they shaved off the landing to make it a little bit safer. It is a great jump. The spectators love it. Paul Carpenter all over the track with that flat tire, but still in second place. They had a huge gap to third. Right now, Colton Fasciotti is on his final approach.
Spectacular ride for Colton. And you see with the Blackfoot team, when Waugh or Morgan falter, there's Colton Fasciotti to pick up the pieces. He is invaluable this year to the Blue Boys.
Number 10, Colton Fasciotti is going to get the checkered flag and takes the moto win. What a great day of racing we had here at the Riverglade MX Park just outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. But the rash of flat tires continues, and Paul Carpenter holds on to second place after having the lead and falling back. A great ride for Homans, Levin Lockhart in seventh, Dubé in sixth, and Kyle Keast in 10th.
Now, you know what, I gotta ask you, man, the last few years, people were kind of bagging on you, pulling off on motors and whatnot. It seems like this year, you mean business, dude. Every time the gate drops, the number 10 machine is someone to reckon with.
Yeah, you know, Blackfoot offered me a ride this year, and, you know, I wanted to show them I had it, you know, and I came out first round, rode good, and rode good every moto so far, but just had a little bit of bad luck, so hopefully I can finish up these next few rounds good.
Paulie Carpenter had the overall in the bag in that moto, and God came down and stabbed his tire, Paulie, man. What a way. Dude, I saw you come off, you were super pissed.
Yeah, you know, actually, I don't know what to say. I mean, it was unfortunate. A lapped rider went down, and I landed right on top of his bike. And as soon as I landed, I knew my tire blew out. And I actually rode the last 5 laps with a flat, you know, 4.5 laps with a flat, and that's all I could do.
What a ride for Carpenter. To the points in MX2 after 3 of 4. Willard a commanding lead. Tremblay still solid over Carly. Sailor's in the mix. And how about Marc-Antoine Genereux in 9th?
Let's get to the MX1 class. You know who's up front, Paul Carpenter. He is the man, but the battle is for second place. Gibson, Fasciotti, and Dubé, they're going to be battling out to the end.
Ryan Lockhart, the proud recipient of the Bryan House Memorial 2 years in a row as the top Atlantic rider. Way to go, Ryan.
You have been watching the 2007 Monster Energy Motocross Nationals. For Ryan Gauld and Brian Coster, I'm Mark Travers. Hey, see ya.